thanks for tuning in today. It is July 2nd, 2013, and I'm going to read from the Azurite Press. And what the Azurite Press is just like a forum on the Avalon Project, and anybody can sign in and put whatever, you know, quote-unquote truths that they've learned or anything. But I'd like to go on there from time to time and just see what people are putting on there, and then you can, you know, once you learn a few truths, then you can start finding out who's lying, or if someone's doing disinformation, then it's easy to find out what they're saying that is actually true and what they're wrapping it in, you know, what it is that they're wrapping it in a lie. So, if that makes sense. Like, for instance, the name Ahia, which is the name Ahia, the name of God, the name that scares the Illuminati. If you want to YouTube the name that scares the Illuminati, well, these two guys do these videos, but yes, they found the true name, which is Ahia, and they are right about a lot of stuff, but they've also been compromised, and you can see that they've been compromised by watching their videos in their eyes. And then also, they talk about, like, so someone finds the name Ahia, and immediately they're going to feed them a bunch of other information, like the Earth is flat, and there are no planets, and, like, just stuff like that, which then people go, that's stupid, that's not real. So here we go. The 3 DNA lines of Jesus, the 3 who consisted of the one Christ personality. The 3 DNA lines of Jesus from the Azurite Press, December 10th, 2009. Reintegration of the races into the restoration of the sphere of Amente, the 3 Christs, the Zionites, and preparations for the 2017 AD. The Azurite Council knew that in order for the races to be prepared for the mass ascension wave of 2017 AD, the integrity of the sphere of Amente must be restored to realign the portions of the sphere trapped within the Dimension 2 Earth morphogenetic field. The Alkyone morphogenetic fields of Templar Melchizedek's and those that received the Templar Axion seal during Akhenaten's reign and were stored in Sirius B also needed to be reintegrated into the sphere of Amenti. Despite the failures of Akhenaten's campaign, he had successfully reintegrated the Anu peoples into the sphere of Amenti morphogenetic field, so a similar arrangement was made in reference to the Templar and Templar Axion sealed race families. This time, not only would the races be restored to their place within the Amenti, the entire sphere of Amenti would be realigned with the original 12-strand DNA pattern. Realignment of the sphere of Amenti would allow all of the races to heal their genetic distortions in preparation for the opening of the halls of Amenti, and would restore the integrity of the sphere of Amenti so that the halls could be opened. This realignment project required the services of a 12th level avatar whose energetic imprint contained the alignment of 12-dimensional frequencies. This 12th level avatar was to realign the sphere of Amenti and Alkyone morphogenetic field of the Templar sealed Hebrew and Anu Melchizedek's. And he was intended to bring together the factions within the Essenes that had developed within the Melchizedek's and Hebrew cloisters. He would also re-enter the original egalitarian Templar creed back into the teachings of the Essenes. Under the direction of the Azurites of the Ra Confederacy in 12 BC, the 12th level avatar, a pure Tyrannicium, one soul essence, was born outside of Bethlehem in a private residence to a blue flame Melchizedek Hebrew Essene mother and a blue flame Melchizedek Hebrew cloister Essene father. And Hebrew is Nibiru with an H. It's just, instead of the H line being horizontal, it's diagonal to make it Nibiru. So it's Melchizedek Hebrew, just like Nibiru, cloister Essene father. It was not an immaculate conception, but rather orchestrated via traditional means through a couple chosen and prepared by the priests of Ur. His mother's name was Jeudi, his father's Joehius. Both were leaders within the blue flame Melchizedek Essene sect. The child's soul essence was born of a harmonic universe for Avatar Sananda, and the child was named Jeshua Melchizedek, Jeshua 12, who later became known as Jesus, son of Mary and Joseph. The personas of Mary and Joseph were not the parents of this avatar child. They were the parents of a 9th level avatar soon to follow. Jeshua 12 was born to descendants of the house of Solomon and taken in infancy into the custody of the priests of Ur. In 7 BC, the Elohim orchestrated the birth of a 9th level avatar who would serve to integrate the Templar Axion sealed souls of Sirius B back into the sphere of Amenti and restructure the patriarchal Templar creed to be more reflective of the law of one. This child was named Jeshua. Most people just say Jeshua. Jeshua 9. And the stories of his birth to the Hebrew Melchizedek Essenes, Mary and Joseph, as recorded as the birth of Jesus in contemporary Christian doctrine. So the birth of the Jesus that you're hearing about is really this Jeshua 9, a 9th level avatar. Jeshua was not born of an immaculate conception, rather through the visitation of Nephilim, who, like King, it says E.T. Nephilim, like King Melchizedek had been, was part of the entity named Jehovah. The entity Jehovah, who was one of the original contributors to the creation of the Syrian Anunnaki races of Harmonic Universe 2, had worked with the Elohim since the time of the Treaty of El Anu 848,000 years ago. Jeshua's mother, Mary, was also born of Nephilim conception. And you can Google Mary and look up Hyskos, Jesus' mother Mary, Hyskos bloodline, or Leviathan, being a Levite. So, following the events of Akhenaten's reign, the Elohim did not want knowledge of ET ancestry available to the general human populations. So the truth of Jehushua's birth was hidden within the story of the Immaculate Conception. Through the centuries that followed, the two avatars, the life stories of Jeshua 12 and Jehoshua 9, plus another man who was not an avatar, became consolidated into the one persona called Jesus Christ. With the birth of Jeshua 12, the 12th level avatar and Hebrew Melchizedek morphogenetic field in Alkion was reintegrated into the sphere of Amenti. Through Jeshua 12, the integrity of the Hebrew Melchizedek genetic imprint was restored, and he became known by some as the Savior to the Jewish peoples for this reason. The portions of the Amenti sphere that had been trapped within Earth's D2, dimensional 2, morphogenetic field as a result of Akhenaten's reign were realigned, and the integrity of the sphere of Amenti was once again restored. In a greater sense, Jeshua 12 became the savior for the races, for through his birth, the halls of Amenti could once again be reopened. The realigned sphere of Amenti was kept in storage within the UHF bands of D3, now under protection of the Azarites of the Ra Confederacy. At age 20, following his study in Persia and India, Jeshua 12 was taken to Egypt by the priests of Ur at the Great Pyramid of Giza. While Jeshua 12 was taken between 20 and 33 years of age, he and the blue flame Melchizedek Essenes secretly orchestrated ascension for various groups. Directly through the portal passage of the Ark of the Covenant, ascensions conducted while the halls of Amenti were closed could only be done through the energetic field of a 12th level avatar whose bioenergetic field could carry the energy fields of others through the seals of the sphere of Amenti.